Good morning, all. This is my report in the morning once again of my arm. I don't know what all that is. I don't know if it's ashy. What is that? I don't know. Oh, it looks like a mole. But this is the way my arm is looking this morning. It's been itching like crazy. Um, the big lump seems to have, I don't know if it's gone down a little or it looks different from last night. And this is the original. Well, I put some baking powder, baking soda on it. I was try my best to stop the itch because it was itching so bad it was driving me nuts. I just couldn't take it. I could not take it, so I was rubbing it, I was patting it, I was doing everything I could to this itch. And it's itching now, but not as much. And so I put that little baking soda on it a couple of times already this morning. And I think it's helping the itch. But right now I've got like an itch, but not so much that I feel like I've got to scratch it. And so I'm sort of laying low. I'm playing this thing by ear. As you remember, I don't know if you saw the video last night. I was a little bit nervous because this thing looked like it was traveling, like from one area of my arm to the other area of my arm. And so I was getting a little nervous. You know how it is sometimes when you're elderly. You get a little nervous about every little thing. And that's what I was doing. I think I was getting ready to go into panic mode. But then I got okay. I felt all right. I went back to bed, as you can see. I still have on my night shirt. And I'm just reporting what's going on with my arm. And I'm nervous about the Hurricane Isaias, or something like that. But anyway, I like that name. I think I stated that before, too. I do. Isaias. I like it. I don't know if it's Italian. Not Italian. I think it's Spanish. It sounds like it might be a Spanish name, but I think it is so nice. If I was to have another baby, in this era, I would name my baby Isaias. Yes, I would. Isaias. I think it's beautiful. And so I'm sitting here now. I'm buckling down. I've been trying to keep myself busy this morning because the storm is on its way up. It's on its way up to the East Coast, and I am on the East Coast. But they say it's downgraded now, I think, to a tropical type storm, if I heard correctly. Sometimes I get things asked backwards, you know what I'm saying? I don't get it quite right. I hear like something in one ear, I get that part, and then it goes somewhere else out of the other ear. That's because I'm not paying attention. I've been sitting up here playing Word Womp this morning. I love word games. Word games is my forte. I can spell it. If you can pronounce it, I can spell it. Well, except some of those, them spelling bee words. Them kids be up there spelling them words I ain't even never heard of before. I don't know. So, but for normal words, like the everyday vocabulary word or some of the collegiate words, I can spell those words. And so I like playing word games like I play Scrabble, I play Word Womp. I love Word Womp, love Scrabble. And, I do that. And then, of course, I do my Mahjong and my hidden object. I just do something on that computer to keep me busy. But what I really need to do is get myself busy around this house and clean up. Seems like to me I have time for everything except cleaning up. Well, I'll get to it eventually. I'm just not, I'm not Mrs. Clean. I'm not that person that's got to have a, eat off my floor kind of place. I live here. This is my home. I live in it. And whoever comes here, I want them to feel welcome. I don't want you to be afraid to sit down or scared you might mess up something or do something. Relax. Kick your shoes off. Let's talk. Let's have fun. Don't worry about the house or what you're going to break or what you're going to mess up. Just come in here and enjoy me and where I live. I'm not that meticulous about cleanliness. So what if you drop something on the floor? Can't you pick it up? Can't you clean it up? I don't know why some people are like that about their house. I'm just not the one. I'm laid back more or less, as far as the house is concerned. I clean it up and I'm happy once I get everything in order. Don't get me wrong now. I do clean up sometimes. I ain't gonna just walk around here and have no filthy house. As a matter of fact, let me share this with you real quick. I'm not going to do a whole lot of yakking like I did earlier this morning. Last night I saw a centipede. Again, I don't know if I told you about the centipedes that I had. They were actually living in my house. They had hatched babies and everything. I was terrified. And I had called my office, and my office talking about the exterminator was going to come, such and such. And I'm like, you mean to tell me I got to live with these things until such and such a time? I forgot the exact time she had told me. But she didn't. I think the exterminator came either the next day or the day after, which I was so grateful because, they were taking over. I was actually stepping on the babies, killing them in my house. And I'm scared. Thank God they were confined to, like, the kitchen area. I'm trying to think, did I see one in the bathroom? I don't think I seen them beyond, did I see the bathroom? I can't remember if I seen any in the bathroom. But I know I saw one over here, like by the French doors over here. I got some French doors over here. So I think I saw maybe one or two or something over there. Because when the exterminator came, he put one of those, the little boxes that something crawls into them and it sticks. And so he put the one over there, and then he put another black box down. I could show you if I knew how to turn this camera around, so I don't want to mess around and turn it off. Turn, the camera off. But I saw this centipede in here last night. I was about get ready to go to bed, do my routine, go to the bathroom, get ready to sack out and go to bed for the night. And maybe watch some YouTube videos. While I'm in the bed, that's what I do. Sometimes I go, matter of fact, most of the time I go to sleep on the YouTube videos. I got my people that I watch. So, I was coming back into the living room, in this area that I'm in right now. And I spotted a centipede crossing my path. Oh, Lord, I almost went into panic mode. But, I can't panic because it's just me here. You know what I mean? If I had a husband like I used to do, I used to call him. If I see a spider, whatever, hey, call the husband. Come get this. But see, I don't have that anymore. Oh, usually I would tell the kids because the kids, they ain't scared of stuff like that. The only thing my kids were kind of scared about the time we had mice. Oh, I was scared of the mice. The kids were scared of the mice. And I'm setting traps that I'm scared to get the mice out of the trap. And, it was just total chaos. But I was getting ready to go into panic mode. But what stopped me from going into panic mode? I got to handle this. It's me against him. Let's see who's going to win this one. Of course, I came out victoriously. I would, pat myself on the back for that one. And then what I did, I got a paper towel, put a little water on it after I sprayed them with some Raid. Thank God for Raid. You hear me? Raid is the best friend to have this time of the year. Trust me on this one. Okay? Raid. All kinds of Raid I got. I got a Raid for the flying insect. I got a Raid for the crawlers. What's some other thing called? I guess that's the maggots. I don't know. They don't actually say maggots. I think they say something else on the can. But anyway, I got a blue can, a red can, and a yellow can. I'm ready. Or whatever. Let's get it on, you know? I'll never forget the time that I actually had a bumblebee inside of my house. And what happened was, my daughter had been over here because she had to pick her son up from school, get him off the bus. And so she was over here, and I went to lay down in my bed because I was taking naps, for a long time. I'll take me a nap in a minute, usually in the afternoon. I have a little short nap, maybe about an hour and a half, something like that. But that's neither here nor there. And so my daughter had left. She has a key and everything, so she locked the door behind her. And so I went on there and I went to sleep. Woke up and I came out of the bedroom. I could hear this bumblebee. I could hear him buzzing. I knew right away what it was. I got my Raid, because I had my Raid everywhere. Matter of fact, I got a can of Raid sitting over there right now, ready for whosoever wants to come and visit in here, an unwanted visitor, trying to take over my premises and stuff. So I just shoot them down, knock them dead, And I had my can of Raid. I think I had the flying insect, the one that says, the blue can. I think it's the blue can. And I was scared to spray him because I was scared he might come and knock me down. Some people claim a bumblebee can actually knock you down. I don't know. I'll tell you the truth. I'm not quite sure if he can knock me down. I weigh 200 and some odd pounds. I don't know if he can knock this over, but, just in case he did, I'm going to get him before he get me. Whoa. I'm on the road this morning, y'all. And so I tried to sneak up because he was flying like almost in place, He wasn't really going around the house, in the house. He was like almost like flying in place, buzzing in place or going around a little small area. So I got my Raid and I went, psh, then I ran. Didn't bring him down. It didn't bring him down. It took me about 3 or 4 shots of Raid to bring that bumblebee down. And when I brought him down, he was still like moving, so I had to come up closer. I had to zoom in on him, and execution style. I took my Raid and one of those numbers. After a while, he was gone. I would have put him outside or let him go outside, but I was terrified. I was scared he was gonna get me, and so, I was sorry that I killed him and everything, but that ain't happening to me. So, I don't know how I got to talk about that, y'all. I really don't. My mind just goes and it just comes out. Whatever comes to mind, it comes out of here somewhere, So, I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to talk you to death. I'm just going to... Matter of fact, let's get ready to end the video. But I got to first tell you what I had for breakfast. I had some frosted flakes again, which I probably shouldn't have had it. Have it because I know it's going to make my sugar go up. As long as my sugar don't go skyrocketing, into space. Which maybe that's why I'm so hyper right now, because I had that cornflakes for breakfast. And what else did I have? I had some cherries. I bought me some cherries. I love cherries. That's where all my money is going this time of the year, I tell you. To cherries. I just love cherries. And I had cherries, and then I got me some, where is this? Oh, mandarin oranges. I bought 2. I washed 2 of these because I bought a little bag, when I went to the store yesterday. And so I washed 2, which I haven't eaten one of those yet. But I'm going to probably eat one soon. And what else did I have? Oh, I had a little bit of popcorn. Oh, brother. I was really having a fiesta up in here this morning. I don't know if I'm getting ready for the storm or preparing myself so I'll sleep through it or what. But I actually washed a load of clothes too this morning. And so what I'm going to, I put my rack of ribs in the oven. Matter of fact, they're in the oven right now. I was on the road, 7 o'clock in the morning. And I was so energetic. And so I washed the clothes. Matter of fact, I got to put those clothes in the dryer. I got one load of clothes. And I did my ribs. You know, I didn't marinate them or nothing. I just put some little seasoning on it, put a little barbecue sauce on it, threw them in the oven, and that's that. So dinner is ready, and I'm gonna cook. Well, not ready, but I'm gonna cook cabbage. You know something I find lately here. Cooking cabbage is takes just as long to cook cabbage as it does collard greens or kale. I don't know what they did to this cabbage. I actually seen a lady on YouTube. Actually, I think it was YouTube. Take a leaf of cabbage and it burns like a candle. I was like, that ain't supposed to be happening. But I know it takes an awfully long time to cook cabbage, where usually, because you can eat cabbage raw or cooked. And usually, when I used to cook cabbage, it usually take about 10, 15 minutes, and it's good. You're ready to go. You're good to go. And, it was one of the quickest vegetables to cook. That and, what's the other one? Spinach. But now, to really get that cabbage soft, like it's cooked and everything, you've got to cook it for a while. My arm is itching, y'all, so I'm just sort of scratching it. And I keep trying to see if it's not hot. It doesn't feel hot to the touch. So, but what was really bothering me, because I thought it was moving from place to place. It looks like it got wider, but yet it looks flatter. Don't look quite as, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I may have to call my doctor to see what the doctor says, but I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. This camera is making me look a whole lot worse than I look. Look at that arm. My goodness. Look like it been barbecued. Woo, has somebody been cooking me? And I don't know it. I think somebody been baking my behind and I was not aware of it. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here because I'm getting so silly. I got the king hippie again. Anyway, I'm going to handle my business, pick up a little bit, take the clothes out the dryer. And I'm thinking about my these are mandarin oranges. These are not oranges. The mandarin oranges. I may eat one now and one later. And that's what I'm saying. I need to stay out of the store because I actually bought some peanut butter wafers or something like that. Let me look. I put them in the refrigerator because I had, ooh, I smell those ribs. Nut of butter. That's what they are. Nut of butter. Bought me some of those. I love those. But you know what? They've skimped on the cream. The inside. Everything is skimpy. Everybody's trying to. Now this is the raid that I used to bring the centipede down to the size last night. Well, early this morning. And then I've got my other can of raid. Flying insect. And then I've got more raid. I got raid in there by the bathroom, raid on the shelf. And when I go to the store, I'm going to buy me some more raid to make sure, because that can kind of felt kind of empty. Be prepared, y'all, because it's summer. But the insects don't bother me as long as they're outside. Spiders outside, I don't care. But when they come in here, they got a problem. And the problem is me, because I'm terrified of any kind of insect. Even like when I was down south, working in the fields and all that, there were worms out there. I was so scared, I didn't want those on me. That worms. My mother, when we was picking cotton, she used to have She had on long sleeve shirt, and she would have on her. I think she had on some long pants on. You know, she was like covered to head to toe, and she had like a straw hat or something on her head, I guess. And picking cotton. She used to pick like 250 pounds of cotton a day. But you know what? It boils right down to it. She was only getting $5 for 100 pounds. She was making $15 a day. And poor me, I wasn't hardly making nothing. I didn't even make enough to feed myself. But I was young, you know, I was kind of young. But after a while, I got a little older, and then I would pick like 100 pounds a day. So I would pick $5 worth. And my my brothers, they would pick like 200 pounds. I had two brothers that would pick 200 pounds. And I think all my brothers picked. Everybody seemed like they picked about 200 pounds, except, you know, me. I was the baby of the family, you know, halfway spoiled and all that blah, blah going on. I had that going for myself, you know, being the baby and all. And so I was just, I think I probably was the most laid back. Me and my older brother. And sometimes, you know, he would pick 200 pounds of cotton too. And but sometimes he would get lazy, and we'd be laying on a cotton sack talking about, Lord, please let it rain. You know, because if it rains, you don't pick cotton. Because if you pick cotton while it's wet, it gets heavy. And therefore, when it gets heavy, you're getting paid for that weight, you know? That's why my mother used to say, we got to get up early in the morning, go out there and get the dew. You know, when the dew falls, the cotton would be wet, so you get that dew that make it, you know, weigh a little bit more. Oh boy, I'm glad I had to pick no cotton. I'm glad I'm not on no farm. I am just happy as happy can get. I gotta go, y'all. I'm yakking way too much. So, I'll probably see y'all maybe a couple of days. Take care now. I go with love. Bye-bye.